Keith Mathis. On this short video, I want to talk about the benefits of holding a PMP certification. Now, if you're looking at the PMP certification, I'm sure you've heard from many of your colleagues and your friends about how hard it is to take the test, and it is very difficult. However, there are some benefits that really stand out if you hold a PMP certification. The first benefit that you notice is that it's going to take test takers and they're going to understand both project standards and processes. And of course, on the PMP test, the PMI will do this by creating scenarios. And these scenarios are going to be situations to where when a person is answering that question, there's usually two right answers, but one is technically more right than the other. So it's not based on how you do it in your world or in your industry. It's based on how does the PMI philosophy and all the material that they give you hold up in looking at the standards and the processes for running a project. A second thing is the PMP guarantees a working knowledge of both Agile and Waterfall methodologies. Now, if you are running traditional projects, you're using the Waterfall methodology each and every day, at least to some extent. But Agile and Scrum and those type of Agile methodologies have become very, very popular in the last several years. And of course, if you're getting your PMP certification, PMI wants you to be able to understand this. Now, in 2021, when the exam changes, there will be even more Agile type questions on the test. We've already seen the content outline for that, and Agile methodologies are expanding in the new test in 2021. Third thing is the PMP requires a highly complex test. This is a tested certification. You do not get the certification by just attending some type of boot camp. You get the certification by attending some type of training and boot camp to get you ready to take this complex test. And it's one of the hardest tests I've ever taken because you do have two right answers on each question, and you're trying to look at what the keywords are to be able to pick out which answer is going to technically be better than the other. Now, why should someone seek the PMP certification? Well, this is still looked at across the country as being one of the #1 certifications in the world for project management. People look at this, even though a lot of times people are frustrated with the test and that we wish that it was clear. I think a lot of that's going to clear up in 2021, but it's looked at as the #1 credential for project managers. The other reason why this is something that you ought to look at is because it's considered to be the gold standard for organizations and they desire to run their projects. The reason why it's considered a gold standard is many individual organizations will actually charge more for a PMP certified project manager running one of their clients' projects than they will a non-PMP certified project manager. So many organizations, especially in the contracting world, definitely want a contractor with a PMP if they can have that person. And then more organizations want the PMP certification than any other. It doesn't mean that you're a perfect project manager by any means, but it does mean that you've at least been exposed to problem-solving analysis, ways to be able to get a project back on track, and processes and methodologies that are considered to be good practices and successful in most cases. So it doesn't guarantee that a project's going to run perfectly. It doesn't guarantee that the project manager knows any more necessarily than anyone else, but it guarantees that you've been at least exposed to those areas, and hopefully you're going to be able to utilize those in running the project. The other thing is that based on salary survey after salary survey, normally people with a PMP certification have two things that pop up, and there's no guarantee of this obviously, but normally the salaries are consistently a little bit higher, and normally people are, because that is such a demanded certification, is that people have an opportunity to have flexibility on their job in looking to move someplace else or to move up in an organization. Now, the last thing I want to close out with, here's our information if you're interested in taking your PMP certification boot camp. We'd love to be able to work with you. We do face-to-face, but we also do virtual. And during a time where we were dealing with this virus issue, we want to encourage you to take a look at our virtual. It is a live instructor-led virtual boot camp. I teach it. I'm live on the camera with you the entire time, and our passing rates have been exactly the same as our face-to-face. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you have a great day. Bye now.